Sure, hi, my name is Jinx, and welcome back to Barry. We're starting off chapter 3. So here we go. Hello. That's a lot of buttons. We follow markers into what I can only describe as a control room of sorts. There are countless computer screens, some of which are obviously coming back from having been shut off. Everything looks extremely complicated, from screens full of code and data towards obviously a security system. It reminds me of a militarized version of the operations center in just about every space travel movie I've ever seen. Marcus is running from one screen to another, apparently looking for some permanent bits of information. Where's the first aid kit? I snapped at him. Marcus stops in his tracks as if he's forgotten the whole reason for bringing us down here. Oh yeah, he says, rushing to the left side of the room. There, he hunkers down an open panel on the wall. Well, I assume it's an emergency vault from where he got the rifle. Okay, we currently have the rifle, so it's not, I don't think there'll be like a second rifle in there. Hopefully not. So I think to look at the computer monitors, because that will give us more information about what's happening. I can make sense of very little what I see, mostly numbers and odd-looking maps and charts. Altogether, they show our humans are working beating hard, the particular activity that Dennis and I stumbled onto. Aside from the charts, there are scrolling numbers running down the bottom of the screen. Some are temperature readings, that's all I can tell for sure. I see one screen in particular I assume would be bad news for anyone using these monitors to work. Failure. Trial 142B aborted. Error 4532-5. Danger anomaly detected. Marcus finally pulls out the first aid kit and turns around. When I look back to motion Dennis over, he's paler than ever. Come on, I tell him. But he's not moving from the place on the floor where he sits against the wall. I slide the first aid kit over to him and go scrambling to his side. Between the struggle for the rifle upstairs and arriving to this room, he's faded fast. I struggle to lift his shirt off and then over his shoulders as the dry blood holds in this place. The mere act causes him to grimace, which is why we didn't grab his shirt beforehand. This might hurt a little, I tell Dennis, and he only nods. He doesn't seem to care. We're gonna do it gently, because again, I don't want to rip open any more wounds. If it's clotted and has dried, the shirt will be stuck to his skin. At least that's what I'm thinking. I'm not too sure for certain. I'm gonna pull it off gently. So I think quickly will, you know, like it's like if you did have a small wound and you put a bandage over it and you rip it off, you can actually rip off the actual scab on the top of it, which is why I'm gonna pull off gently. I lift the shirt off gently and it makes a sucking sound. So there's so much blood that the moisture tries to keep his shirt pulled to him. Dennis lets out a little moan but seems to relax in spite of his injuries. When the shirt finally removed, his full extent of his injuries comes more clear. His wound is more visible now, although it's partially hidden by the blood that started to clot around it. My medical knowledge is slim, basically a bunch of basics I learned in Boy Scouts. I look over to Marcus hopefully and ask, do you have any training? 0, he says, sorry. It's just as well, I guess. He's far too concerned with what's happening on the monitors to be much help anyway. Thanks, Marcus! I start by taking out several rolls of gauze within the kit and wipe as much blood as I can away from the wound to his side. It's even worse than I figured from the start. The gash is deep and dark. I'm pretty sure it's infected too. He's gonna need stitches, that's for sure, and I have no idea how to even start that. Besides, I don't see the tools for it in the kit. I splash rubbing alcohol over the wound. He responds to a yelp of surprise, but nothing more. His eyes are locked at me and he looks appreciative, but he's also scared. Be honest, this hopefully. How bad does it look? Think I'll live? Okay, this is where I okay, my medical training is very, very slim too. But you always get told to be positive and hopeful and tell them that everything's gonna be fine and to relax them, because to stop the heart from, like, if you panic, your heart goes even faster, which in turn makes you lose more blood because it's pumping more blood around your entire body faster, which is why, like, adrenaline can actually kill you if you get seriously, like, you can bleed out because adrenaline kicks your heart even faster than before. So we are gonna be we're gonna be honest and say you're gonna be fine, cause he needs some positivity. He needs positivity right now. He doesn't need realism. You're gonna be fine, no problem. Oh God, I'm worried about Dennis now. Is he gonna die? Since I've got two major options, about how do I react to it. Good to know, he says, because I sure don't feel like that. It must have been through how I say. I think it feels worse than it actually looks. Thanks, that's the relief. I won't lie. You're gonna have a scar, if I say, trying to be funny. He jokes a bit, but there's no humour in it. He rests his head against the wall and closes his eyes as I fizzle up. I placed one layer of gaze against the wound and blind it with some medical tape. I then reinforced it with a second layer. I know it's Malga, but it's all I can do. Thanks, Roger, he says, actually managing to force out a smile. I feel a lot better. I think I'll be fine. I'm not so sure about that, but I'm glad to be able to encourage him. Finally, I patch up the bruises on my head a bit, cursing myself for not grabbing my heart out. Sorry, game. I look back at Marcus, and he's looking back at us, deep in thought. My eyes started to swell up from where he kicked me earlier. Maybe I shouldn't let him off so easily. Are these first aid kits all you have in this facility, I ask him? If there's something better, I don't know about it. I know it's then that his defensive posture is no longer there. Something different now, just a slight change to his demeanour. He's seen something on that monitor that has him more frightened, more than it was before. Ooh, what is it? What's wrong? His eyes travel to the room. It's obvious he's been trying to decide whether or not to tell. Okay, well, we've looked at the monitors before, and we know this guy doesn't quite... He doesn't actually understand what's happening. He can only read, like, the basics of what it says, like, warning, dangerous shit is going on. So, I'm... Like, getting up and looking at the monitor is a good thing, but I want to kind of see what Marcus will, like, tell us. And I have a rifle. Come on, Mark. No, I just so frightening poor Marcus with the rifle every time he just stumbles over his words. Jeez. Okay, I want him to tell us what is happening, because I think it's more likely that he is going to tell us what's wrong. Because he has a better understanding of what's going on in his facility and what's happening on the monitors. So if I get up and look at the monitors, I'm not going to understand them. That's the point I was trying to make at the beginning. So out there. Just what the hell's going on here, I asked. Not even really sure I want to know the answers. Yes, we do. We want to know the answer. His surviving gaze tells me it's not going to be any help, so I decided to look around for myself. Well, thank you for that choice. But after a few moments, I see a few things even I can comprehend hidden on the complex information on most of the screens. On one screen, it looks like the power meter that's slowly climbing upwards. A single message flashing beneath it reads, "Unexpected power failure for an entity." And then a message ticking along the bottom of the black screen says, "Safety locks on level 3 containing doors engage. Override?" Question mark. I can see still seen on a few other screens, I assume by security cameras following the hallways and passages from elsewhere in the facility. And one of them shows the first level hallway we were just in a few minutes ago. Another hallway I don't recognize, the floor is covered in blood. Just off the screen I can see what I think might be a human body, but it's bent in an impossible way. It looks like the body's legs and also are somehow merged or melted with the floor. Ooh. Okay, if I say what happened to that person there, I don't think Mark is gonna know, because he's a computer guy. He writes all the data up. He sees the data, but he doesn't know what's actually going on. So he knows the systems. That's what we're gonna ask him. We're not gonna ask about stuff he doesn't know. This place has a backups for its backups, Marcus says, and it's not even supposed to suffer a full electrical shutdown. And what does the foreign entity means, I ask, hoping he might have a sane answer. I have no idea. That keeps coming on and off. Whatever it is, it keeps entering and exiting to set off the sensors. What the hell, I ask. Is something still happening? Are we still in danger? He turns away, clearly fearing he's already said too much. Come on, Marcus, spit it out, man. As bad as it is, the screen on the monitor makes my blood go cold. My fear spikes a level somewhere near terror. The scene is very familiar. It's the logging site. The equipment is mistakenly mine. I can even make out my truck. Something like fury starts to rise up from my guts, materially pushing aside fear. For that moment, I considered just tearing into him, a few punches and a shove against the wall. Nothing more. I want answers, and I want them now. But I'm not sure which will provide answers, asking calmly or kicking his ass. I really want to kick his ass. I am sorry. Marcus seems like a nice guy. I say that while he's been threatening me with, you know, rifles and shotguns and kicking me in the forehead. But Marcus isn't telling me stuff. He knows something. He knows that something bad. Like, I'm not saying like seriously bad. We're alive in danger. People are dying left, right, and center here. There's hallways full of blood, and Marcus is just like not even bothering telling us. Like he says here, he's fearing that he's already said too much. He knows more. He knows something. He's just not telling us. And if I ask quite calmly, he might not tell us. So, dude, I figure since he's just an IT guy, I probably can intimidate him. I have a rifle. I grab Marcus by the collar of his shirt and point to the screen. Why have you been spying on my crew? I shout. It's part of my job, mine and a few others. Your crew has been watched ever since you set up your equipment. Why? Marcus tries to draw up some kind of argument of his own, anger of his own, but there isn't toxic as mine. Still, I know there's a fight in my hands if I want one. Because, he says, your login site was set up less than a mile away from the entrance of a highly classified government facility. How the hell was I supposed to know that? I scream at him. Where are the signs and the guards? Marcus gives me the same crooked, trembling smile that's beginning to creep me out. Because those things will draw attention to this place, he says. You have no idea how secretive this facility is. Besides, I know that the higher-ups looked into it. Your site isn't on government land. It is shy about 300 yards. Every piece of your equipment is on a private property. Timber tracked you purchases for Mr. Glasgow 2 months ago. So even if we wanted to intervene and keep your crew away, we couldn't without stirring up a fuss. The fact that someone with such low-level security knows this much about my logging crew is unnerving. They're gonna ask what else do they know about us? If you've been watching us, why didn't you recognize when we met in the hallway? They asked. He shakes his head and exhales, like it's obvious. The cameras have a bird's eye view. Can't see faces, we just track bodies and names. So where the hell is my crew? He's on the roll. Might as well keep going. Look, Marcus says, all of you on the site as usual before the incident. It had been a few hours since I have checked though. I can tell he's starting to get wrapped by this interrogation. He continued with his eyes fixed on the keyboard. They might have been come near the facility. Or maybe not. I don't know. I'll tell you if I did, okay? Well, if they're inside the facility, I shout. You have cameras everywhere, right? Look for them. Marcus puts his hands up defensively. I've been looking all over and I haven't seen your crew. But, he adds, the low levels don't have any cameras classified. I'm not sure how they would have gotten there, but it's a possibility. I'm so shocked that we're being watched. They know everything about us. I'm telling you, Marcus says, the depth of this influence in this facility goes deep. There are 36 employees down there. Outside of these employees, only 5 other people know that this place exists. I kind of want to keep going, yelling. But he is getting... But he might not like it if we keep up shouting at him. I'll ask calmly now. I'll ask calmly simply because I've been yelling at him twice now, and he is giving us information. So if I shout at him again, he might climb up. So ask calmly. What do all these people do here? I ask, keeping my voice level. He doesn't even pause to consider if he should go any further. He actually laughs when he gives me the answer. Yeah, I honestly don't know everything, and probably a little. But what I do know is that there's more than Black Ops. What does that mean, I ask? There are scientists here who have been disowned by their own government because of the nature of the work. Do you get it now? I don't, not at all. But I don't want them to know that. You said there are 36 employees. Where are they now? He shakes his head. As far as I know, everybody else is gone. Gone where? He points to the screen that shows the performance of the unexpected power failure and cringes. If the power failure is not correct in time, there's no telling. But they're here in this facility somewhere, right? I was hoping someone will be able to help Dennis better than I can. I just don't know, Marcus says. They could be anywhere. Look, I say furious with the way he's been talking with us. I don't... Oh, God. Dennis says. I look over to him and he's pale as a ghost. He stood up, his eyes are locked on the monitors close to him. What? I asked. He simply points to the monitor and looks away. I look to the monitor and see the logging site. But more specifically, I see the overturned doors and the legs sticking out from underneath it. Still wearing the boots right where they left him. Tony. The fact of his death seems abstract, like it almost happened in some other world or a very long time ago. I know you already told me that he's gone, Dennis whispers, but it's different actually seeing him. Oh God. Something blazes by the open door outside. The shape of it's fast and shadow. I'm pretty sure it's a person. Someone else is here, Marcus says, wheeling around. He sounds very happy to discover this, so I try to follow his lead. If something bad happens in this facility, then something in the sight of another survivor is a good thing, right? We should check it out, he says. I realize this isn't the best moment to leave Dennis as we're revisiting Tony's death all over again. Someone just went by the door, I tell him. Hopefully it's someone that can help us. Oh god. Well. Okay, if this was me, I'm gonna punch me in this situation. Stupid Marcus, best friend Dennis, me with shotgun. I keep calling shotgun as a rifle. Person just run through the door, I would immediately go. There's no time. If someone's running, they're not gonna stop. And if I turn around and go to a friend like, are you gonna be okay? They're gonna be gone. They're gonna be gone. I won't find my answer. So I'm gonna be right back. I'm sorry, friend. I will do this. I will be right back in 2 seconds flat. But this person is running. You'll be okay. Don't do anything stupid. It's fine. Go see who it is, he says, giving me a thumbs up. I turn to Marcus and motion him to head out to investigate. Let's be careful, Marcus says. Depending on who it is, they might be not as hesitant to shoot a stranger as I was. Thanks, Marcus. I nod at him as I head for the door. I'm still holding the rifle in my hand, and I don't know if I have the guts to actually use it if needed. I do, so it's fine. With a final look back to Dennis, I run out the second level hallway. Right, who is it? Ooh, don't like that sound. Marcus follows. There's still fear in his eyes, but also the slightest glimmer of hope. That hope is contagious. We take off after the figure that just went past the command center. Ahead of us, the facility pets yes another longer hallway. By the way, I noticed that this level facility seems darker, even though the lights are all on now. The hallway is a door with yellow doorways and large white panels along the whole walls. It's clean and well maintenance, but there's something ominous about it. Up ahead, I see the fleeing motor of something dark cutting quickly to the left down the corridor. There, I say quietly, pointing up ahead. Marcus gives a nod and we continue tracing after the person we saw blazed by the command center just a moment ago. It then occurs to me this person could likely be like Marcus was, armed and scared. Ooh, okay, so at this point, if they're, I want to shout, because if they hear another human, they might be inclined to slow down, check it out, and yeah. I think moving towards them slowly will not be a good thing. I mean, they're running. Why would you move towards them slowly? Shout at them. Hey, stop! Who's there? I get a response, and I'm unsure if I should be relieved or upset about this. The last person we met nearly killed me with a rifle. Why would this person be any different? I quickly dart around the corner and take some strange shooting shots I've seen countless times on TV. There's a woman standing there about 10 feet away. She has reddish blonde hair and a small, mousy build. She looks terrified and visibly shaken. She's probably in the late 30s, wearing a lab coat with dark jeans and a green Converse low tops. I have changed since her fear is just not about our sudden appearance. She looks like a woman's been running scared for a while now. Her hands are raised in surrender. She's not holding a weapon. Marcus slowly approaches, taking a few steps ahead of me. Say me, right? He asks. She blinks, seemingly surprised he knows her name. Yes, she says. And you're Marcus. She nods absently, then looks at my rifle. Whoa! As everyone answers. But right now, this person could take off and doesn't know we're actually friendly or foes, so I'm gonna say I'm not gonna use it because I want her to trust us. We're in this together. How do I know that? She asks. You're trespassing on government property in the midst of a huge catastrophe event, and you, sir, have a rifle. How am I supposed to believe you? I have a friend back in the command center who needs medical attention, I say, and we're looking for the rest of our crew. I'm really sorry, but I don't know where they are, she says. Do you know what's happened, Marcus asks, from the power outage? I don't know what caused it, she says, but there was an experiment taking place when the outage occurred. Something happened and... She trails off here, giving me a look of distrust. I saw things on the security monitors, Marcus says. The experiment failed, didn't it? I don't know about the specifics, Amy says. I barely escaped with the third floor. I was going to the command center to see if the security footage showed anything, but when I saw you and the gun... Listening to the conversation, I feel totally in the dark. Ooh! We have to go at what has you so scared? Because she saw something. You don't just... She saw something that's scary enough to make her run and keep running. So I'm going to ask that. Amy looks at me, her eyes wide and terrified. Who are you anyway, she asks. I quickly give this my story. A logger shut in the woods following a particular explosion on the logging site. Looking for my crew, I'm with Dennis, he's dying, I'm fine with rifle. I met Marcus, he gave me the rifle. As I tell her, recognition booms in her eye. One of the loggers? Yes. She looks to Marcus and then says, I thought they were being watched. They were, Marcus says, but there's a freak accident and there's no proof that they were responsible. I feel myself wanting to submit all the questions that are piling up in my head, but Dennis is waiting for me. Okay, you know what? Dennis is not good. He really is not good. So, as much as I would like answers, Dennis needs more help. Dennis may die. He needs more help than I need answers. I decided, despite my curiosity, I need to get Dennis help as soon as possible. Mainly possible. Look, is any medical help to be had here or not? I asked. Probably, Amy says, but you have to find the Colonel Barksdale. He knows where all the supplies are. And where is he? Where's everybody else? I asked. Why doesn't this facility has emergency vaults with rifles inside everywhere, but not first aid kits? Well done, nailed it. Beautiful. Why? At this, Amy starts to weep. She falls to her knees as if someone struck her from behind. Gone, she says. Some were killed, and some were just... I don't know. There's just something right in front of me. I'm gonna ask what the hell's going on here. I'm going with it. Something's here with us, Amy says. We're conducting an experiment, and all of it went horribly wrong. Something came through. Came through what? Marcus asks. I don't even know that much. An entity, but whatever it is, it's still here somewhere, Amy responds. How could you not know? Don't you have full security access, I asked? No, I have access to almost everything, but there are 2 levels of security beyond my clearance. So what do you suggest we do now, I asked. I'm not sure, she said, wiping her tears away, but if you want to find your crew, we have to find Barksdale. He's in charge. Where is he? I asked. Down the third level. In the hangar. Right, let's go. It's not that easy, Amy says again, looking at the rifle in my hands. Why not? Like I said, someone came through and the power went out. There's several of them, all roaming the third level. So, as much as it's important to know what you're going to be charging into, what kind of monsters came through something, I feel like we should say, doesn't matter, let's move. Because it doesn't matter, we need to find this Barksdale man anyway. We need medical supplies, and so it doesn't matter what came through, we're gonna have to go to the third level anyway. So might as well, you know, make everybody go, oh crap, she's in charge and making us do this. So, because we're gonna do it anyway, so it doesn't matter, let's go. Dennis is dying. You can't, they'll kill you, she says. I can, and I will, I say. I haven't come this far to be told why I can't go any further. My friend needs help. The only thing further on is death, she snaps at me. You won't stand a chance on your own. She's right, Marcus says, stopping my train of thought. The things I saw in the monsters. It was crazy. This is insane, I bark. I'm going to the third level to find this Barksdale guy. Thanks for your help. Wait, Marcus says, I'm sticking with you. If we want to get out of here, we have to find Barksdale, right? Yes. Yes, says Amy, agreeing with me. Barksdale's on the 3rd floor. It's too dangerous to go back there. I figure I'll let them on their own decision. In the meantime, I start heading back to the command center to get Dennis. Before I get there, I hear their footsteps behind me, getting closer. I give Amy a questioning look and she quickly looks away, clearly torn. Neither you know your way around here, she says. Looking for Barksdale on your own will be suicide. Like it or not, she has a point. Fine. Then let's get Dennis from the command center and head down together. Oh god. Hey Dennis! We're gonna go down to the 3rd level where everybody's died. Cool. We're gonna get your help, buddy. Hang in there. We enter the command center and I'm happy to see that Dennis has regained some of his color. We're going to get you some help, I tell him. And then we're going to find our crew and get the hell out of here. More help would be great, he says. With the way you took it out to get my shirt off earlier, I'm not letting you touch me again. Come on, Dennis, man. I'll try to help. Wait, Dennis says. Dennis. Wow. Wait, Amy says. Maybe one of us should stay here with him. I'll be okay, Dennis says. He stands to his feet with a grunt. You don't know what's out there, Amy says. I saw them. I saw what they can do. This facility is not safe. We're not leaving Dennis behind. First of all, I haven't left Dennis at any point in this game, so we're not doing it now. 2, there's no point of us going to the 3rd floor, risking suicide journey down there to find Barksdale to get medical supplies, and then backtrack all the way back to see Dennis. Okay? No. He may slow us down, but no. We'll not do that. And so, there's no point of... It doesn't matter if they're on this floor, the next floor, or any floor. We need to know what they can do. I think that's the more important thing. What can they do? Never mind, she says. We just need to be careful. Okay, yeah, I don't need to know how to deal with monsters. Thank you. Marcus looks a little hesitant, but he nods in his agreement, and the four of us exit the command center. Heading back out to the hallway, I look back to the monitors. I take a final look at the screen that shows my wrecked login site and feel a pang of sorrow. Then I look to the other monitors showing the live field facility security cameras. I try to tell myself I'm not looking for any sign of Amy's creatures, but I can't. That's exactly what I'm doing, and there's no need to pretend otherwise. We head back through the hall towards the elevator. The tension exists between us like a physical presence. Uh-oh. Well, at least we're all together. We step inside the elevator and the pristine doors close. Inside the elevator, Amy seems to become much more guarded and distant from us. I want to ensure that I mean her no harm, but I'm also not going to put this rifle down. So, you have pretty high clearance in this place, right? I ask her. That's right. So what kind of experience are we talking about then? What went wrong? When she starts to answer my question, I can tell there's something of a relief to get out some of it off her chest. There's a lot of work on a project taking place over here the last 3 years or so. The purpose is to find out if there's any weird firebly signs between a point-to-point instantation. Frickin' what? That's word? Okay, like teleporting, I asked. Oh my god, Marcus says, I had no idea. I know there was weird stuff going on here, but I had nothing this insane. It's really not that insane, Amy says. We found our first major breakthrough about 9 months ago. We're able to transport a live rat from its cage on level 3 to a small lab in New Mexico. The trip took rat 5 seconds. Are you kidding me? Dennis asks. I can tell he wants to sound as if he's mocking an idea, but he fails. He is scared. Not at all, Amy asked. The problem is when the rat arrived, retinas were detached and its intestines were outside its body. Okay, so here's the thing, if they perfected it, we would not be dealing with this problem. So what does that have to do with us now is the problem. Well, 6 months ago, we successfully made the same experiment. The rat arrived in great health, and this time just in 3 seconds. Well done, that's progress. Still, one of the things we needed to tweak in order to make the progress completely safe was how to figure out how to keep the subject on a straight course. When the matter is being transported, not only is the atoms being uncut and then put back together upon arrival, well, uncut means just like the atoms are being taken apart and then it's like, whoop, put back together. Oh, transported. How do you mean transported? Yes, disconnected and translated through space. It's the only way we know how to do it right now. But the issue, as I said, comes in keeping the destructed subject on a straight course to its destination. When the process occurs, we are deforming space-time. We are creating a shortcut through space, and it has risks. Why exactly, Dennis asked. Because there are many more dimensions of space than there are 3 we exist on, which she explains, and there's some evidence that there are as many as 10. So when you say the rat New Mexico is traveling through another dimension to get there, I asked. Basically, and because of that, we're trying to get a better understanding of what those other dimensions are capable of. Things that have a great deal things that are a great deal of population will be scared if they knew what we're doing, hence all the privacy. Then today the power went out right as we were in the middle of experiment, sorry. Something happened. What? I don't know. She's speaking with authority of someone who knows what she's talking about. Well, obviously that's why the creatures are here. I'm gonna say that. What have you seen? Other worlds, other Tagemark universes where our laws and they don't apply, she says, not bothering to explain what that means. I'm not clear for such thing, but I do get the reports. What reports? Marcus asks. I'm giving access to the results of the tests. In other words, Marcus replies, clearly upset. You guys have been peeking in other dimensions and taking notes of what you see. Yeah, because we're scientists, that's what you're supposed to do. I can't believe I wasted my life for this, he mutters himself. He looks like he's starting to freak out. Amy is quiet. Her expression indicates that she's waiting to see how I'll react to all of this. Gotta admit, teleporting? That is pretty awesome. That is pretty cool. That is incredible. Like, it would be. It would make traveling so much easier, and it's definitely like a real thing, but I'm sure scientists will be looking into in the future. just to save down on like traveling costs, I guess. Because it'll be so much better instead of like taking a 31-hour plane ride all the way to halfway across the world when you can do it in 5 seconds flat. Will be incredible. That will be amazing. So I'm gonna say that is incredible. Uh-oh. Why was that a thing? So all this interdimensional stuff, in a way, Amy asked. Marcus, on the other hand, is incredulous. I don't have anything to do with this. I don't like it. Nor this time, I'm working for... He laughs cruelly, and the sound of it makes my blood go cold for a moment. Just a single level, but even for you assholes have been tearing apart space and time, Marcus continues. The elevator doors click open. I can't get out fast enough. The tension is growing way too big for my liking. Outside the elevator, we step into what appears to be a massive industrial area. The carnage waiting for us is unlike I've ever seen in the upper levels. Uh-oh. Oh boy. Ooh, that's a lot of blood. Whoa, what happened to that door? What happened here? The area looks like industrious, like everything else was built for the utility only. But no one knows than that's all the blood. My god, I've never seen so much blood. Those creatures must have had a field day. Holy shit, Marcus says, looking at like a man who just woken from a very bad dream. There were more personnel in this area when the experiment went haywire, Amy says. The expedition makes it all better. The research you'll do down here better be worth it, I say. We have to get moving or we're gonna lose our nerve. Amy, let's focus. Marcus is in the hangar, I asked. If he's still alive, yes, that's where it'll be. Then let's hurry, I say. As far as I tell, Dennis is doing much better, and I'm beginning to grow tired of trying to keep my fear at bay. Between the blood on the floor, the silence on level 3, and Amy talking to the lab rats, I'm getting freaked out. No, I'm going first. I have the rifle. Okay? And if someone's in front of me, I can actually shoot them with something impels in front of me. So, yeah, I'm in first. I've got the rifle. I've got the literal only weapon in this little gang of ours. So, yeah. The 4 of us start walking ahead with me in the lead. We stop walking when we come to the remains of what looks like 3 different people. It's hard to tell how many bodies there are because they've been torn to shreds and are disoriented. 2 of the bodies look like they've been fused together. Another man looks like his legs wielded through the floor. I can see this man's face. He died in an abject state of horror. His mouth pried open in an eternal scream. Okay, sorry, I have to expect the bodies because we have to. It's like going CSI up in this bitch. We have to find out what these monsters can do, and if we know what they can do, we have a better understanding of them. And if we have a better understanding of them, we can know how to defeat them / kill them. So, interested bodies. Everybody else turn away. The rest, Dennis, Marcus, Amy, look away while I expect the bodies. I see half a face pushed down into the floor like putty, barely attached to a separate skull. A single dead eye stares at me. I think I might puke. Behind me, Marcus just does that. As I listen to him heaving, my eye cannot leave the carnage. There is blood everywhere. A crimson pool floating on the floor. Marcus, I told you to turn around! Jeez! There are hunks of skin and tissue splat on the wall, and a strand of unspooled intestines that cling to the floor like a dead snake. Dennis steps beside me and speaks. His voice is soft and flat. What the hell could do that to someone, he asks. The things they saw, Amy answers. They could do it pretty easily, I think. She looks pale, and I think she might pass out any moment. Tears spear from her eyes, invisibly shaken again. But she shoulders on, looking back at me. I'm stepping to the side of the gruesome carnage. Her eyes flicker again to my rifle. She doesn't look very helpful. You good to go? She asks. We need to move on, but for some reason I can't take my eyes off the screen. My mind is reeling. I press. Oh. Shit. I agree. Everybody else is not doing this really well, and we should probably move on. But I want to look around some more. Okay, this is like the monsters aren't here yet, and we should look around. We should see what they can do. Again, understanding. Sorry, everybody else, turn away. I've never seen so much blood before. What's even more sickening is that mayhem looks unnatural. Look of it. I'm familiar with blood spatter. I've hit a deer at 60 miles per hour and the testing for a load of logs hooked behind me. That makes me an expert, apparently. But many of those bodies somehow being gently pressed into the wall, through the floor, halfway inside a desk. Dead. No explosion power, just squeezed and pressed like clay. Their faces contorted into screams, trying to comprehend what's happening to them. Still, I manage to steady my nerves as I take a few deep breaths and finally be able to continue onward. We leave the Grimson site behind us, moving into another equally destroyed area. From what I can tell, the next room just was once an open area for experimentation. This place isn't just being destroyed, it's been physically altered in a way that makes no sense. The gunners look like to be warped. The very material disoriented and twisted. To To her right, a machine has been catapulted and looks to somehow be merged with the wall rather than crashing into it. Beyond this phenomenon, there's a standard violence I was expecting to see. There's a limp arm sticking out underneath the wreckage and more blood. I see no signs of explosion, which makes me wonder just how this happened. Seeing the aftermath is sickening enough, but makes me wonder if Amy saw it while it was happening. Okay, I'm gonna ask her what happened to those girders instead of having a focus on the dead bodies, because no one wants to relive that experience if she has, so I'm gonna ask her what happened to the walls. I only caught a glimpse of it, she says. It was like trying to focus your eye on something that was too close. They just started twisting, but not creaking or breaking. It's just like those creatures were able to deform matter. She pauses here, and that's when we hear something echo through the facility. It comes from behind us and slightly to the right. I'm not sure what it is, but it makes my blood feel like ice. It sounds like almost like static from the MA radio. There's a high-pitched noise beneath it that I can't even start to fathom. What the hell is that? I asked, instantly clapping my hands to my ears. One of them, Amy says. Her voice is a whisper, one of the creatures. That's what they sound like, Dennis asked, and I can see he's leaning against the wall again, wincing at the noise. I suddenly realize I have a death grip on my rifle, ready to shoot at the next thing I see. Okay, so this is very interesting. How far away do you think they are, or anything between us and them? Well, technically, if they can like touch something and make it twisted and warp, it doesn't matter if there's anything between us, because they can just go right through it. They can like merge bodies together, so that doesn't really matter. Like, a wall's not going to be able to stop them, I don't think. So how far away do you think they are? About 100 meters, she answers. Not far. Everybody seems to take this as a cue to start moving again. We make our way around the office records, now with a new purpose on our steps. We barely make it to the other side of the room, approaching the dark hallway when another high-pitched noise sounds out. This one is louder, closer. We all share a terrifying look, and I can tell that Amy's on the verge of losing it. Come on, Amy, put it together. I grip the rifle tightly as we head towards the hallway in front of us. Okay, I need to get it. I'm not gonna ask how to do kill things. Don't think that's gonna work properly. So, how much further to the hangar? I want everybody else to focus on moving. Moving forward, not slowing down. Move forward, get to the hangar. Close, she says. She's the end of this hallway. Dennis speaks up, his voice like ice. Why don't we all ask them, huh? Nobody says anything after that, but I can feel the presence of terror around us, pressing in on us with a new, violent gravity. Ooh, more blood. That's nice. Oh dear. Small Unity hallway is well lit. It looks like it's designed to only be used by select maintenance workers. What goes on in this area, I ask. I'm looking at Marcus as I ask the question, but he only shrugs in response. She might know, he replies, pointing to Amy. I've never been down here before. It's just a Unity hall, Amy says, but at the end of it is a maintenance room. There should be a gun or two in there. That'll be good. It's also the most direct path to the hangar entrance, which is even better. As we walk quickly and quietly down the hall, I take a glimpse ahead and feel like the hair on the back of my neck stand on end. The lights have become sparsely spaced, and it's impossible just to see how far the hallway extends into the darkness. This hallway has occasional trace of bloodshed, but nothing like the main area will come from. We continue further down as I begin to see what looks like a large metal door further ahead. I hear yet another shrill sound. This one sounds farther away, but no less demonic. How many things do you see, Dennis asks Amy. 3. That's just what I saw. 3. There could be more. What did it look like? Dennis asks. Yeah. What are we dealing with? This is what else are we gonna talk about? Oh yeah, blood in here is a little less than what we told before, eh, folks? What are we dealing with? For goodness sake. I don't even know how to explain them, she says. Monsters. That's the only words I can think of. My mind seems to struggle with just trying to understand what I was seeing. They're big, and seem to joke around every 3 feet or so. They look like they're about made of light, and that's all I know for sure. You know, my ex-husband said to me, I'll let my work kill me, she continues, unable to stop herself. I mean, I doubt he imagined this exact scenario, but still. As we make our way to the hangar doors, another high-pitched noise rings out, angrier now. Amy stops walking, causing the others to stop and turn to her. We have to do something to slow those things down, she says. No, Marcus stops. There's no time. We need to distance ourselves and get to the hangar fast. Amy ignores him deep in thought. There's an old hydraulic door set in the wall without here. It hasn't been used for years, though, she says. She looks at me, pleading her case. Together, am I able to close enough to keep those things back? This old hydraulics will weigh a ton, Marcus says. There's no way it'll work. Roger. Amy says, what do you think? Oh yeah, I'm watching. I was like, who the hell is that? Oh yeah, it's me. They have a harder time getting to us as his doors are locked. Look, Marcus shouts, turning to me. We need to get this hangout now. I still will go other thing. I don't think it might slow them down, but I don't think that would stop them. We should keep moving. There's no time to waste. We should get to the hangout now. Leave the door open and run. No, I said to the group. With all this carnage back there, I doubt we could be able to stop them. That's what I'm saying, Marcus agrees. Let's hold ours. But there's Amy. The rest of us are running down the hallway. Bye, Amy. So I speed towards the hanging door, so I'm even looking back to see how far Amy has fallen behind us. Panic and hope is right within me. I can't stop myself from sprinting. Hey, what about Amy? I was joking about leaving Amy behind. The fact is, the idea swirl noise sounds elsewhere in the facility is not calming. And then there's two of them. I'm looking at them and calling out to each other. There's also the hangar still ahead, look like they entered some sort of enormous labyrinth. Do we just leave Amy behind? Please no. Amy, come with. Amy, come with us. When we reach the hangar doors, I get a true sense of how impenetrable they are. Jeez, I can't say that. A computer terminal is mounted on the wall nearby and it has a blinking red light. Any idea what this means? It's an automatic lock. I fell safe from the lockdown, Amy says. I've never been down here before, Marcus says. If I'd known this door was here, I would have opened it earlier. How? Amy asked, the fear in her voice is more present than ever. From the command center. Great. You need to override it from there first and then use the terminal to open the hangar doors. The command center's on the second floor, I asked. Yeah. Amy shakes her head and lets out an enormous laugh. Did you hear those things? There's no way in how I'm going back towards them. That small hallway. If you want to get into the hangar, we have to go back to the command center, Marcus says. There isn't another way? Turning to Marcus, Amy replies, well, there's an elevator, but we need to get through the biochem storage. We need to stay with Dennis so we can rest, I say. You two go, you know your way around this place, and you know the controls, Marcus. They're gonna say no, because I have the rifle. Fine, Marcus says, but we need to be armed. Damn, I don't trust either of them with a gun! No, 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 my rifle! My rifle! You two, bad. No. Not good, don't like this. Era, do not want to give gun away. I don't like this. Marcus, I mean, we know Marcus can use a gun, but he is creepy. And he knows how to use it, but he's on edge. I don't trust Marcus. I really don't trust him. I feel like as soon as my back's turned, he's gonna shoot me. Shoot somebody. And Amy, I don't want to get. Amy seems more reasonable, but she's terrified. She'll probably jump at the slightest bit. But I don't trust Marcus with it. I have to give Amy the gun. I'd rather give it to someone who is. Oh, nah, actually, never mind. Scratch that. I don't trust anybody with a gun except for me. Like in this situation, I just don't. Too many times the wrong people get the gun and they just end up shooting the wrong person. I feel like and everything. So because I don't know, if I had a gun, I'll be clear-headed, focusing on the group, getting everybody through the situation as safely and as calmly as we possibly can. Which is what I've been doing. This is how I would do it if I was doing this in real life with my friends or random people if we're in this situation. I would give it to Amy because she seems more level-headed. So I'm gonna trust her. Marcus, I don't know what's up with Marcus. I just don't trust him, man. He seems more pissed off. He's like, there's like monsters rolling about and he got pissed off because he didn't know. He wasn't invited to the cool kids experimentation rooms. Jeez. Okay, there you go, Amy. So you saw him shoot Marcus in the back. I hand Amy the rifle. She turns to go. Marcus gives me a concerned look, but follows along behind her. Once Amy and Marcus makes a good distance down the hallway, Dennis lets out a nervous laugh. And then there were two, he says. Dennis looks much better, but he still needs to use the wall to stay standing. Didn't Amy say there were guns and emergency kits in the maintenance room near the hangar doors? Yeah, I think so, Dennis says, looking exhausted. Let's get another one. I try to look and see a door to the right, which leads maintenance. Might as well give it a try. I go to the door and try to open it and find that it's locked. Oh, I'm gonna probably kick it down, because kicking down is slightly better if you do it the right way. Push me your shoulder, find out opening the wall, or door open. It looks easy. It really isn't. I'm not gonna try it, but like if you it's very easy to break something, to disconnect your entire shoulder, to hurt it badly if you don't do it the right way. So it's way easier for a novice to kick something down, so I'm gonna kick it down. I give it a frustrating kick, but it doesn't budge. Crap! And much as I try again when I hear a gunshot from just down the hallway. Amy, why did you shoot Marcus in the back? My first thought is Amy's Marcus come across one of those things, one of the monsters. But I don't hear any of the strange second sound. I come to associate with them. The alarm go off in my head. Before I know I'm heading down the hallway away from the hangar doors. Bye, Dennis. Good luck. Stay right here. I'll be back. I whispered over my shoulder to Dennis. See if you can figure out how to get in that maintenance room. Yeah, if I can't make it, Dennis is sure gonna do it. Where are you going, you ask? I don't bother asking him as I bound through the door where Amy Marcus went. God damn it, you two. It's been 5 seconds. 5 seconds. And only trying to shoot each other. As I enter the biochem room and start walking between the massive silos, I wonder what classified chemicals could be inside of them. I'm fully expecting one of Amy's creatures to come flying through the intersection of the halls up ahead. I think I overhear a woman's voice. It's Amy. Stop! Let go of the gun! I went ahead so fast I almost tripped over 2 people in a life or death struggle. My mind tries to process what's been seen, but it makes no sense, not at all. Marcus is wrestling with Amy, trying to take her gun away. When this doesn't work, he falls her to the ground and starts choking her. Her face is turning purple, her eye is looking like they might pop out her head. Marcus seems to be coming down the hallway and acts as if what he's doing is perfectly normal. I stop him. Jeez. Sorry, the reason I'm pausing right here is because I'm like 10 seconds, like 5 seconds what it took for Marcus to attack Amy. And he thinks he's doing perfect. This is perfectly normal. Trying to kill someone? No. Stop him. I start rushing forward towards him before I really know what I'm doing. I bring my fist down in a hard arc across the bridge of his nose and reward it with a sick cracking sound. He cries out as he falls to the ground, looking at me. He doesn't understand why I punched him. On the floor, Amy clenches out her neck and gasps for breath. I start to fear that I'm almost a moment too late when I see the rifle has been thrown across the room. Marcus and me seem to notice at exactly the same time as I do. Yep, knew it. God, why am I beating up on poor Marcus? But here's the thing. Marcus is closer to me than the rifle. I'm so sorry, Marcus. I should be laughing. I'm so sorry, Marcus. Apparently I just punched the closest thing near me. I deliver a smilingly strong blow with my right hand, clipping his chin from my awkward position. I'm in the process of planting his knee into a chest to hold him down when his left foot comes out of nowhere, his landing hard. The kick catches me squarely in my ribs, knocking the breath out of me. What the hell are you doing, he yells at me. By killing her, I'm saving us all. All of her this was over. No, she's not. She didn't make this. I sense he truly believes this, but if that's the case, then why not attack her when we're all together? That is simple. We might have stopped him, which we're going to. He wanted to kill her in private. Then what? Would he done the same to Dennis and me? Seems fitting, really. When we first came across Marcus, he held a gun on us. I've been so relieved to see another human being. I underestimated just how unhinged he was. I didn't. Marcus and I both died for the gun, still lying on the floor in that wrestling position. I'm not confident I'll be able to come away with it. As we struggle, he starts inching the muzzle of the gun to my face, a position I do not want to be in. I start pushing back hard. What if this thing accidentally fires? I'm not sure I prefer the bullet to go, especially in this room full of chemical tanks. Yeah, tanks, bad idea. Tanks are not a good idea. If the bullet hits the tanks, we're all gonna die. Well, not die, but like burn or whatever happens. So, force it towards Marcus. Sorry, Marcus, but I grunted to push the muzzle towards his face. Realizing he's literally looking down the barrel of the gun, Marcus ducks his head out of the way. This makes him lose leverage, allowing me to yank the gun back from his grip. I get to my feet as quickly as I can, swinging the rifle back on him. For a moment I think I've knocked him out, but his eyes flicker and he looks at me like I've betrayed him. I betrayed him? I! Seriously, Marcus, her people, he says. It was them that did this. She deserves that. She did this. I looked at Amy. I wish I could help her. I'm so relieved to see that she is managing to draw in a few breaths. Her legs move as she tries to push herself into a sitting position. You wouldn't want to know, Marcus says. You don't even work here under the secrecy. You don't want to know what it's like to... He surprised me by lunging forward and leaping to the floor like a human projectile. I don't have time to aim carefully, I just have to react fast. I don't want to shoot him because it'll be loud, people will notice. And I don't want to kill him. But if I try to dodge, that kind of like indicates that he's not gonna that I'm not gonna get out of the way in time. Oh, Marcus, why? Why? I try and keep everybody safe. I try to keep everybody from harm in these situations, and you, Marcus, just have to be a dick and try so many bad choices. Please don't kill him. I'm going for it. I react before thinking. My masters take over my finger, squeeze the trigger. My blast is definitely, as I watch Marcus to the floor, a terrifying thought races through my mind. If some of those things are here and they didn't know we were here before, they sure as hell know now. Exactly. Marcus falls to the floor. I see right away I've shot him in the shoulder, thank God. His right arm dangles loosely, already covered in blood. He roars in pain on the floor. Only after a few minutes I realized that not purely screams of pain. The boss is calling out for them, calling for these creatures to come for us. This place is evil, along with everybody involved, he wails from four. If you're taking her side, you decide to take two. He attacked me, bro. You attacked her, you attacked me. And you're like, it's not my fault, it's evil, this place. If you want to stop me, you better do it now, you coward. The rage in his eyes at Amy as well as towards me for stopping him makes me think he'll deliver on his threat. I raise the rifle again. Every urge in my body wants to make sure he doesn't come back to bite us. But I'm not a violent man. I can easily not kill him and just leave him behind. I hate things when come back to bite you in the ass so badly. I'm gonna have to let Marcus live because one, I don't want to waste bullets. Two, it's loud. Two, those things are coming and they're gonna kill us. And I might as well shoot one of those things and waste a bullet on Marcus. But I can already tell Marcus is gonna get killed by those things because they're gonna come and be like, "Hello," you're good. Marcus, why? But the first shot to his shoulder seems to be instinctual. I can't bring myself to deliver a kill shot. I ignore him and lean down to Amy. You okay? I ask. She nods slowly. I have to go, she says, her voice raspy. They'll be here any minute. Too much noise. I have to hold her arm so she can get to her feet. We start forward and I think of Dennis. We should go back to the hangar doors. I can't just leave Dennis there. It's no time, he says. You need to come with me up to the command center now. We'll be back for him soon. You're all dead anyway, Marcus shrieks. If I don't get you, I will. He laughs manically after this, hooting like a madman. As a response, a high-pitched noise tears through the hallway and I seem to feel it in my bones. They're following his noise right now, Amy says, her voice so weak. She takes off away from Marcus, presumably towards the other elevator she mentioned a few moments ago. I follow her. As we move out, I hear Marcus slowly push himself off the ground and stumble off, slipping in between the tanks and disappearing. We start running, and after the few strides, another noise comes down. It sounds mechanical, but at the same time, it also reminds me of recordings I've heard of whale songs. I dare look behind us, and something has entered the doorway I came from. It is large and bright, and not too far away. But it's too far away to see clearly. I have no interest in seeing it. Whoever's pulling that hydraulic door would have helped. I'm not sure. But seeing how close we are, I regret not doing it. I speed up my step to follow Amy as she leads the way to the other elevator. She's panting furiously, but pushes on. I can hear something rattling in her breath, like the result of Marcus's attack. This makes me imagine how cold and uncaring eyes must have looked, staring down at her as he tried to deliver her to death. How she is still forging on is behind me. I'm sorry about Marcus, I say. It's only fault, she interrupts. At least you handed me the gun. I just hope we can find a way to survive this mess. We'll be fine, don't worry, let's be positive, come on. I'm not sure, she says. Well, Jesus, thanks for being positive with me. Thanks for being, for lying with me. Come on, we could have lied together. Be like, yeah, we're gonna be fine. Yeah, sure, I'm sure we will be. Her eyes fixed straight ahead. I'm not sure I can blame her. I just wanted to say something encouraging, I guess. We finally came to the elevator at the end of the row of silos. Now I'm more concerned with the monstrosity that is on our heels. Amy furiously slaps the button to open the door. We slide open slowly. It feels like it's taking forever. We squeeze in before the doors have opened all the way, and Amy actually falling to her knees and screaming. I ready the rifle and watch hopelessly as the doors finally reach their full opening capacity. As they hold open, I see a large shape floating towards us. A fluorescent light white glow outlining a possible shape. Behind it, I see another shape that's also entered the biochem room, and another. A third breaks away from the other two, taking a quick right. It moves with eerie speed. That is the direction that Marcus has gone. Honestly, the thought of them hunting him down doesn't bother me in the slightest. Amy's pressing the button to close the elevator doors over and over again, but they stay open for what seems like eternity. I curse whoever designed those damn doors. I think hiding. I think hiding is the best thing. As much as I would love to stand in the doorway and ready to shoot, I don't think that thing. If they see us, they're gonna be like, "Oh, human!" and beeline it to us. So if we hide, it's gonna give them a while to find where we are. Hopefully. Amy and I slide ourselves against the sides of the elevator, trying to avoid being seen. But I can't help peeking on the corner. Well, then that's your bad decision. If you die, that's the game's fault. I hold the rifle steady, ready to fire. That's when I see them in clear light for the first time. I see their features, their shape, their colors, but my mind can't quite process it at all. Nothing about them makes sense. My eyes try to see a squid, but that's not what these things are. They're grey and white, and seems to be nothing more than swimming light. Their appendages are neither legs nor tentacles, but somewhere in between. They don't walk on these appendages, but use them to glide. The moonlight glows and seems to jerk every few feet or so. But I'm pretty certain that jerking effect is a result of them, not a result of them moving, but my mind's inability to understand how they are moving exactly. It's also more than their appearance that makes a mockery of reality. It's the light around them seems to bend inward, as in the space within the room has to reshape itself for their existence. That particular effect on the air makes the movement seem like moving underwater, only faster. They screech in unison as they rush towards the elevator. They'll be inside in a few seconds. I check the rifle and see that my ammo is diminishing. I have to start saving my shots. I'm gonna have to be choosy. Don't shoot, don't shoot. I'm gonna save my ammo because I don't want to. If as soon as I turn around and start shooting, they're all gonna know I'm here. Hopefully the doors are shut. Hopefully the doors are shut. If they get a little closer, then yes. They keep advancing, even though I know the doors may not close in time. I manage to keep my cool and avoid firing off any more rounds. My finger itches to pull the trigger, but I resist. I'm not even sure God will affect them. Finally, the elevator door closes. The creatures rush against the other side of the room, making an electrical noise and crying out in anger. The tips of the spider-like appendages poke through the walls and elevator door, but for some reason they can't get all the way through. Thankfully for us. Amy screams at this and curls in the ball in the far corner of the elevator, crying. I say nothing to her. I just cling to the rifle, hoping the creatures don't find Dennis as he waits by the hangar doors where I left him. That was probably a terrible decision on my part. Before it's taken hours, I need to get them open now. End of chapter 3. Oh man! Oh man! This is crazy! This is too crazy now. Alright, what did I do? The blunt truth. You and 59% of players told Dennis he'll probably be fine. Slow them down. You and 65 of players sided with Marcus and didn't play the hydraulic door. Who to trust? Wow. Everybody trusts Amy. Nearly. 69 players gave the gun to Amy. 58 players left Marcus alive. Now later, you and 68% are consuming your bullets for later time instead of shooting the creatures. Oh man. Oh man. I wonder if Marcus is gonna come get us. But yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting that most people trust Amy than Marcus. I guess Marcus just gives very unhinged. But I don't think the hydraulic doors would have stopped them. I don't think it would have helped. I don't know. This game is getting really interesting now, and it's definitely and more chapters are getting longer and more scary about a minute. I'm so sorry I had to traumatize everybody staying at the bottoms and investigating more and more, but I had to know. I had to know them. I had to know what's going on, how they worked, and how they killed. And hopefully that information will help us save us in the future if that is indeed a choice. At least that's what I'm hoping. But anyway, that's it for this video, guys. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, why not subscribe for more awesome content? And